Caitlin Clark is revitalizing her sport. Now she wants her share. Young players such as her and Paige Buchers have driven a surge in popularity of the WNBA. The fight is on for a slice of the league's success. Pryor, an Australian living in Brooklyn, barely hesitated when his beloved basketball team, the New York Liberty, doubled season ticket prices this year. The Liberty were reigning champions, and in the U.S. Women's League, he'd have found a buzzing, inclusive community, elite sportsmanship, and very fun nights out. I would have said I was an NBA fan until now, but my level of WNBA fandom is far exceeding that, says the 40-year-old, who is an executive at an education technology company. They're twice as fun to watch and play twice as hard. Besides, he knew he could pay back almost $250, US $2,500, $3,847 season cost by reselling just one ticket. When lead phenomenon Caitlin Clark and her team, the Indiana Fever, were in town. After a breakout as a college star, Clark, 23, has driven a sharp resurgence of interest in the WNBA. The point guard with unparalleled playmaking vision and a freakish ability to drop long-range three-point shots was the first draft pick in 2024. During that season, the WNBA reported a 48% rise in game attendance, a 601% surge in merchandise sales, and record viewership. The spiking popularity also helped the league lock in a US $2.2 billion 11-year broadcast deal with Disney, NBC Universal, and Amazon. Now the players want their share and have made a debate overpay the defining issue of the 2025 season. They have walked away from their current pay agreement to seek a greater share of a growing pie. Where the hard-fought negotiations end up could provide a blueprint for equality seekers in other sports. On average, WNBA players get a salary of US $102,249, according to Spotrac. For a growing number of Australians in the league, such as Sammy Whitcomb, Ezzy McBagor, and Jade Melbourne, that's just below the US $105,500 that Opal's legend Lauren Jackson was paid in 2012 at the end of her stellar WNBA career. These days, the top 15 or so WNBA players command US $200,000 to US $250,000, and teams must fit inside a salary cap of $1.5 million. The scales are more dire for early career players. Clark, in the second year of her 4-year rookie contract, receives just US $78,066. $120,000. Paige Buchers, the number 1 pick this year, who is also capitalizing on an extraordinarily popular college stint, takes home US $78,831. Compare that to Australian Tyrese Proctor, picked 49th in this year's men's draft, who walked into a US $3.4 million 4-year contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The men's league, with average salaries of US $10 million, brings in many more billions in ticket sales and broadcast revenue, which top female players acknowledge. While they are not demanding NBA-level salaries, what they do want to borrow from the men's league is revenue sharing in their pay deal. Even more so, given that the NBA owns almost half their league. Pay us what you owe us. There is still big money to be made by female basket players. Clark made US $11.1 million in 2024 from endorsements with brands such as Nike and Gatorade, according to Sportico. But Syracuse University sports management professor Lindsay Darvin says that underlines how poorly structured the WNBA deal is. We know NBA star LeBron James earns a lot of money from his endorsement deals, but the fact that these women athletes are pretty much only making their money that way, and that their WNBA salaries are worthless in comparison, it is really a poor structure. Despite a viral protest from players who wore t-shirts emblazoned with "Pay us what you owe us" at the annual All-Star Game in July, the WNBA is resisting their demands, claiming it cannot afford them. The league keeps its financials extremely guarded, but a growing list of transactions highlights its rising success. The Las Vegas Aces were purchased for US $2 million in 2021, but are now valued at US $310 million. The New York Liberty, coached by Australian national team coach Sandy Brondello, landed a US $450 million valuation in May, the richest ever for a women's sports team, and up from $14 million in 2019, according to ESPN. Darvin says the WNBA has failed to capitalize on popularity spikes before, but social media has made fans stickier, and she sees signs the league has learned it needs to promote star athletes over teams. Around Clark, fans have latched onto reality TV-style narratives, she says, including her supposed rivalry with another college star, Angel Reese, and ongoing claims that referees are exposing her to rougher play than others. It's these things that people tune in for because of the drama of it, right? Darvin says. That's what people like to see. That's what people crave. Ironically, in Clark's sophomore season, she has been limited to 13 of the Fever's 30 games due to injury. It could not have happened at a worse time for the WNBA, while her peers seek better pay. Ticket prices for a June game between Clark's Fever and Reese's Chicago Sky dropped 71% when Clark pulled out due to injury, according to Front Office Sports. Clark was also ruled out of the Liberty game that Pryor and partner Eamon Campbell sold their tickets for. But their response proves Darvin's point about the WNBA's growing loyal fan base. We got 4 seats for the same price that we sold our tickets for, Pryor says. We had a blast.